Could Rudy Giuliani be facing a ramped-up federal investigation in 2021? According to an NBC News exclusive report, federal prosecutors in the Southern District of New York are talking to the Justice Department about accessing Giuliani's emails. NBC News correspondent for investigations, Tom Winter, along with Julia Ainsley and Lisa Ferry, breaking this story. Tom joins me now. Tom, we first heard about a possible New York investigation into Giuliani way back in 2019. Why are we hearing about this now? And what can you tell us about this ramped-up investigation?
Well, I think a couple of things here. To your point, exactly, Allison, we knew that Rudy Giuliani was somebody who they were taking a look at back in December of last year. Now, since then, of course, we've had an election. And what does that mean? It means that in the months leading up to an election, according to Attorney General William Barr, incorporating memos written by Obama-era attorney generals, that would be Loretta Lynch, that would be Eric Holder, there should be no overt actions taken or overt investigative steps taken leading up to the election. What do I mean by that? That means search warrants. That means requests for documents, certain types of interviews. All those things should be avoided, according to the Attorney General and his predecessors. So when you look at that, you say, okay, well, there's been at least several months here where they were not allowed to move forward. And then I think when you look at the totality of what's happened here, the fact that they feel like they have enough probable cause to at least make the argument for these communications, if not get them outright, tells us that this is beyond well, let's see what Rudy was up to with respect to his former associates, Igor Fruman and Lev Parnas. Let's see what he was up to with respect to Ukraine. I think it's moved a lot further and beyond that if you look at the steps that are being considered here or may have actually already occurred. So I think it signals to us that this investigation is perhaps more serious involving Giuliani.
Tom, what is Rudy Giuliani saying about all this?
Right. So his attorney first commented to us on the record last night, Robert Costello, who represents Rudy Giuliani, saying that he had no information that there was any truth behind the allegations that this investigation had been ramped up or had been renewed. On top of that, Rudy Giuliani himself tweeting just a little bit earlier this afternoon, Allison, saying that essentially, well, now I guess I'm going to be a target of the Biden incoming Biden administration and the Department of Justice anti-Trumpers. Of course, Joe Biden is not yet in office, and this is an investigation that has begun under President Donald Trump and is at least over a year in the making, as you pointed out earlier. So, but that's the statement and the claim, at least, that the president's personal attorney is making, Allison.
Tom, you also have some new reporting on Audrey Strauss, the acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York. She's got the gig full time now. What can you tell us about her and her role in prosecuting some of the president's closest allies?
Right. So this all stretches back several years ago when there was real concern about whether or not President Trump would be able to get somebody nominated and confirmed through the Senate for this very important prosecutorial office, the office where, of course, his business is based out of and where he's done the majority of his business over the years. So there was always a concern about that. Jeffrey Berman was appointed as an interim acting U.S. attorney way back when, at least 3 or 4 years ago now. And the judges at that point confirmed him as is U.S. law. The judges have the ability to then appoint that person after a certain period of days. They can make that determination. That's what the judges in the Southern District of New York, which is different than the prosecutorial office, referring strictly to the courthouse itself in this part of the country. So basically the judge is saying here, okay, similar situation with Audrey Strauss. 120 days have gone by since she was named interim. We're going to appoint her when that term is up, which is January 15th. So on January 16th, she will no longer be acting United States attorney. She'll be current United States attorney. You're looking at a picture of her there. Somebody with an incredible amount of legal experience, somebody with an incredible amount of prosecutorial experience in this office. And as Berman's deputy, she was one of the point people who was overseeing the investigations that we were just discussing. There's also investigations that may be close to the president's interests involving Steve Bannon as well, although nothing that Steve Bannon has been charged with involves the president in any way. But I think that there's been a number of sensitive investigations that Audrey Strauss has been brought in on, has been aware of. It certainly has a well-detailed understanding of the facts of those cases. So this is somebody who should be a very familiar and probably comforting presence going forward, Allison.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.